Hello everyone. Yes. So in first part we have seen what is meant by emotional intelligence, how it is different from emotional quotient and intelligent quotient, what is its role in life, and who are the scientists who has worked on emotional intelligence and from where it came to field as an important aspect of human life. In this second part, we will see that how it works in our day-to-day life at workplace. So as we have seen that various scientists has worked on this emotional intelligence. The next scientist who has worked on this emotional intelligence was Travis Bradbury. He gets inspired by the theory given by Peter Salovey and Goleman, and he published his own book on emotional intelligence by doing n number of experiences and experiments in the field. And in his book, he outlined step-by-step program for enhancing the emotional intelligence in any individual. Bradbury and Greaves proposed 66 experiments, evidence-backed strategies to build emotional intelligence by teaching self-awareness, self-management, social awareness, and relationship management. This book was loudly praised by Dalai Lama and claims that it can help you understand the concept of emotional intelligence and the emotions of yourself and others better, and it offers a pre and post test to prove it. And you can learn many more things about emotional intelligence from this book. There are numerous people had done the study on this particular aspect of emotional intelligence. Researcher Linda Given and his colleagues has explored how emotional intelligence and cognitive intelligence affect college students in academics and performance in social front. This is very important aspect of emotional intelligence for today's youth. They found that while intelligent quotient is of course a strong predictor of academic success, emotional quotient also makes its own unique contribution further. And emotional quotient is a significant factor in the quality of social interactions with peers, while intelligent quotient does not seem to have much of the role in college students' social life. Now see, it's a very important aspect. If anybody wants to get success in his life, he should be aware with the science of society. He should be aware with the science of social behavior. So these people has done a lot of work, and you may go through their theories and can understand it in better way. The next scientist who has worked very rigorously on emotional intelligence was Chmielewski and Peter Salovey and his colleagues. They asked a very fascinating questions about emotional quotient and mental illness. Do people with schizophrenia have significantly lower EQ than those who have without mental illness? They found that those who are suffering from that disease indeed had significantly lower EQ and perform significantly worse on 3 out of 4 emotional quotient tests involving identifying, understanding, and managing emotions. Further, poor performance on the emotional quotient test was associated with more pronounced symptoms of illness and lower overall functioning. So, scientific studies done by the scientists reveal that emotional intelligence is having a very important role in any XYZ success. Up till now, heed was not given to this aspect, but it is more important to give heed to this thing, and it can be developed by the scientific research has proved that emotional stability, emotional intelligence can be developed within XYZ by a consistent efforts and studies. Finally, a researcher, Dolphin Neal and his colleagues, has posed one most important question which is related to emotional intelligence. The title of the research paper was Increasing Emotional Intelligence. Is it possible, and how it is possible? They designed an experiment in which two groups were tested on emotional quotient, one at the beginning of the study and one at the end of the study. The treatment group received brief empirically derived emotional intelligence training, 4 groups training sessions of 2 hours and a half, while the control group received no such training. At the end of the experiment, the treatment group showed significant gains in emotional quotient rather than the group who had not got any scientific training of increasing emotional intelligence. These 3 studies answered some important questions and opened the door for much of the innovative and important work done since. The result shows us that emotional intelligence is indeed a vital factor in success, that emotional intelligence is also a vital factor in how we relate to one another and the quality of our mental health, and best of all, we can actually improve our emotional intelligence. It is not necessarily a fixed trait handed down through one's genes, although that may be where we receive a baseline level equal to EQ, but something that we can build and boost it with the practice. So emotional intelligence is not necessary that it should be in your genes. It can be built, it can be developed with a systematic study. So there are 5 components. There are major 5 components of emotional intelligence. According to Daniel Goleman, these 5 components are self-awareness, self-regulation, motivation, empathy, and social skills. So, what is self-awareness? We will see what is self-awareness. So, everybody knows that who I am. First, everybody has to recognize himself or herself, that who I am. For what purpose I am doing this work. For what sake I am working on this issue. So, self-awareness. Understand yourself first. Unless and until you understand yourself, your motto of doing work, you cannot give fruitful results in the work which you are in your hand. So, self-awareness. Then, second point, major point of this emotional intelligence is self-regulation. You should regulate your deeds. You should regulate your feelings. You should regulate, discipline your behavior in the society or in the workplace to achieve success in your work and to raise something and to achieve some height in emotional intelligence science. Next point is motivation. In life, you should be always a motivator. If you can't do any better thing for others, it's okay, forget it. But never become a part of ill things or gossips or negative talks wherever in the society, in your workplace, which takes place. These things are directly or indirectly harming your personality, and rather to become you as an optimistic person, these things made you as a pessimistic person who always find reasons to deny the work. On the contrary, emotionally stable people, emotionally intelligent people are optimistic in nature, and they always find opportunities in the problems and they catch it. The next point is empathy. Empathy is a very important point. Empathy is the science that how you behave with others in society, how you understand their emotions before giving your reactions on their deeds or talking with them in an adverse manner. So once you understand the feeling of others, you will control yourself to deliver your thought, your views on their work or whichever the issue in your hand or among the discussion of you people, you think over it and then you will give your reaction. This is nothing but the empathy. That how your awareness about feelings of others helps you to get the desired success in your work. And the next point is self-confidence. Now, once you are emotionally stable, emotionally intelligent, has acquired these required qualities of a successful person, obviously these all things are going to increase your self-confidence within yourself. And this self-confidence is going to help you to achieve the success, to march towards the goal which you have planned for your life. So here we will end our second part of emotional intelligence. Thank you.